Author of the book The New Royals. Very good morning to you, Katie. Thanks so much for talking to us. I don't know if you've managed to get your hands on one of these Spanish copies of the book that accidentally seem to have got out there. If you have, what do you make of what you've read so far?
Well, let me preface this by saying I haven't managed to get my hands on it. I'm due to receive mine via a courier on Monday. That's if not everyone at Penguin has been dismissed because of the monumental confusion, shall we say, over the release of issues in Spain. But I have, of course, read a lot of it through the excerpts and transcripts that are all over every single newspaper, as you would expect today. And I mean, the bombshells have come thick and fast. And having chronicled the lives of, Prince Harry, I mean, I wrote a biography on Harry back in 2015. He has gone to places that I never expected him to go to, nether regions, all sorts. I mean, we knew it was going to be raw, we knew it was going to be unflinching, and it certainly ticked those boxes. His candor is at points quite astonishing, and that there are revelations. His use of cocaine. He recounts using magic mushrooms and hallucinating. To be honest, none of that came as a real surprise to me, because I've written one of the chapters in my book is called "Coming Off the Rails." I mean, I wasn't surprised to read that. What seems to be the overarching theme in all of this is his struggle in being the spare, and the fact that he's living a very different life in California, and with Meghan being the catalyst for that, doesn't really come as a surprise, because I think he was a very unhappy man in the royal family for a very long time, and I think that unhappiness is poured over all 400 pages of Spare.
So that explains why he might be feeling as he is, the fact that he found that role so difficult, but it doesn't necessarily explain why he's chosen to tell the world about it. Why do you think he is choosing to be so candid in this as memoir? What does he want to gain?
Wanting to tell his truth. I think it comes across, and the conversations I've had with Harry in the past, I think he's never felt truly heard or listened to. That idea of just being the wingman, of just being the backup, of not being an entity in his own right. He's wanted to claim his narrative back. But really, why is he exposed so much? Why has he gone to these extents to reveal absolutely everything, from the fact that he's actually circumcised? I'm not sure any of us really needed to know that. Well, because there was a multi-million-dollar book deal. And, when you're paid millions of pounds for a book advance, you can't fill it with all your wonderful charity work. It's got to have all the raw and salacious details. And, that is why you're reading pretty trivial things, but actually really, really private and intimate moments about his life, about conversations that were had between him, his father, and his brother after the funeral of Prince Philip. Conversations that certainly his father and brother would have expected to have remained private, but which Harry has spilled over the pages of his book. And I think it's just worth flagging this up, that when Harry and Meghan left the institution, clearly something he struggles with. He talks about wanting a family, not an institution. Well, I'm afraid it's both. That is the nature of the royal family. It is both, and Harry knows that. They did pledge that they would uphold and respect the values of the establishment, of the institution. And I think many people would say there isn't much evidence of that in the transcripts that we've seen this morning.
Has it damaged the institution?
I think it is damaging the institution. I think the king doesn't come across in a particularly flattering way. Harry clearly paints an institution of a fussy, stuffy, archaic, out of touch family. His father, who couldn't even hug him on the morning he told him that his mother has died. Clearly the row with William, which was scrutinised in great detail, does not portray William, the Prince of Wales and a future king, in a good light.